Hello everyone. In last video we started the chapter microorganism, and in previous video we discussed about algae and bacteria. Children, today we will discuss the next topic, and the name of the topic is fungi. Fungi is a plural word, and in singular we call fungus. Fungi are a group of plant-like organisms that lack chlorophyll. That means they do not have the green pigment chlorophyll. There are about 70,000 types of fungi. Some are unicellular and some are multicellular. Children, mostly fungi are saprophytes while some are parasites. The meaning of saprophyte that they depend food for the others, decaying material, and parasites are they depend their food on the other host without that him. Yeast, molds and mushrooms, they are the examples of fungi. So in the Maldives, which grows on damp cloths, leather and wood, rust and smut are the fungi that cause diseases in the plants. First we will discuss about yeast. Yeast is a unicellular fungus well known for its ability to turn sugar into alcohol by the process of fermentation. It reproduces by budding and can live both aerobically and anaerobically. The budding is the mode of asexual reproduction. If you want to see fungi, mix half a cup of flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar and a tablespoon of dry yeast. Make a paste dough by adding warm water. Put the dough in a jar, cover the jar and leave it in a warm place for an hour or more. Children, you will see the dough will rise and look bubbly. The yeast breaks down the sugar in the dough to get energy by anaerobic respiration or fermentation. Carbon dioxide and alcohol are produced in this process. It is the carbon dioxide that makes the dough rise and look bubbly. Sugar on fermentation, it gives alcohol and carbon dioxide, and this process will occur with the help of yeast. If you want to verify whether carbon dioxide is really produced in this process, then we set up a apparatus like this. You will see in this picture, the lime water turns milky as the carbon dioxide produced by the yeast bubbles through it. When we have finished this part of the activity, take out the cork and band tube from test tube A. From this. Then cover the mouth of the test tube with an airtight cork and leave it undisturbed for a day. Children, on the next day, we put a drop of the solution from the test tube on a glass slide, cover it with a cover slip and observe it under the microscope. Then we will see the process of budding in the yeast cells, like this. Now, the next are molds. These are a group of multicellular fungi. The grayish fuzzy growth on stale bread and the bluish growth on rotting oranges are types of molds. If you look very carefully at the bread molds with a hand lens, we will see a tangled mass of thread-like structure. This tangled mass is called the mycelium, while the thread-like structure are called hyphae. Molds grow on starchy food, fruit, milk products, jam and pickles, most grains and pulses, and even on damp leather. Moisten a slice of bread and put it on a petri dish. Leave it exposed for a while and then cover it and leave it in a warm place for 2 days. After 2 days, we will check to see if the molds growing on the bread has blackish dots. If not, wait for another couple of days and check again. Then gently pick up a bit of a cottony growth with a pair of forceps and put it in a drop of cotton blue stain on a slide. Then wait for 2 minutes and add a drop of lactophenol. Cover the molds with a cover slip and observe it under a microscope. Children, we will be able to see the hyphae clearly. The round structure at the head of the hyphae are the sporangia or spore case. When they burst, the spores are released into the air. Now some useful fungi. Some mushrooms are edible. Yeast can be dried and stored for a long time. It is used to make bakery products. The carbon dioxide produced by yeast makes bread and burns rice and becomes fluffy. Idli and dosa are made with a fermented paste of rice and dal. The fermentation of the mixture is caused by the growth of yeast. Children, yeast is used to ferment fruit juices, treacle, molasses, and malts, and barley in the manufacture of wine, beer, and other alcoholic drinks. It is also used in the preparation of B complex vitamins. Malts are used to flavor processed cheese. Penicillin and some other antibiotics are also made from certain malts. Fungi are among nature's decomposers. They help break down dead organic matter and recycle nutrients. Now some harmful fungi. Malts spoil raw as well as cooked food. Almost any food item containing carbohydrate would get spoiled by malts if kept in a warm and moist place. Malts and mildew grown on leather goods, cloths, and even furniture, especially during the monsoon. Rust, smut, wilt, and blight are some plant diseases which is caused by fungi. They can wipe out an entire season's crop. Fungi cause infection of the skin, scalp, and nails in human beings. These infections go by the general name ringworm, athlete's foot, barber's itch, and dhobi's itch are types of fungal infection. Now the questions of this video. First come to B part. Question number 5. Mention 2 ways in which fungi harm us. The answer of this question is on page number 31. In harmful fungi, the first point is malts spoil raw as well as cooked food, and the second point is fungi cause infection of the skin, scalp, and nails in the human beings. Now next question come to the C part. Question number 2. Many fungi are of great use to us. Mention 3 ways in which we use fungi. The answer of this question is on page number 31 and 36. Yes, children, the first point is some mushrooms are edible, and the second point is fungi are among nature's decomposer. They help break down dead organic matter and recycle nutrients. Then come to page number 36 and look here. Yeast is a unicellular fungus used to make alcohol, bread, fermentative food, and to make B complex vitamins. Okay children, do both the question in your notebook. Goodbye everyone.